everyone. So,
Hello.
this session, after the party wandered through the Underdark and recovered their fragments, with Jezebel actually ending up meeting hers because her fragment went through of its own violation but was unconscious when Horax closed the portal, so she currently has no way to get back.
Whoops.
Goomies! Yes.
Still, there is one minor thing I want to mention because one of the players wanted to be able to talk to their fragment. If you this is actually a minor retcon, so I will mention that. But if you concentrate, you are able to basically bring out the other fragment's personality. So all you need to do is concentrate on having that personality, and it will manifest. This way, if you want them to have a personality, they can. If you don't, then they don't have to. Does that sound fair?
Yeah. Cicada's other half is just literally Birdie, so I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah,
That's
I don't have a
everyone
choice in the matter.
Okay. Then with that, everyone, you wandered up the path lit by lanterns, and you emerged into a giant cavern and are able to witness the cave city. Yuragumo?
Yeah, Joragumo.
Right. The cave city filled with the drow of Joragumo. Welcome to Menzoberranzan,
Ooh.
the city of spiders.
Ah. Okay.
So, not even... you just straight up didn't change the name this time.
That's fine.
I didn't need to.
Gosh, so many drow.
Okay,
You
so...
were in a small little winding tunnel that led up to this raised bit that has stairs leading down into the heart of the city. It's from this view that you're able to make out how there's plenty of drow just going about their day. Like you see a woman drow quietly dragging a screaming kid along, speaking about how Joragumo is going to rip out their eyes if they don't behave.
Charming.
Basic family drama.
So, you know how I thought some of my people were kidnapped by these maniacs?
So, expect lots of drugs, a sacrificial altar or two, some of them might summon demons, and spiders. They're going to have a lot of those.
Yes. They're called...
So basically, we're screwed.
So... Well... the smart thing to do would be to not go into the city at all, under any circumstances.
Okay.
Problem is, we're lost.
Hmm.
We're lost, but then again, if we go into the city, things about not to be seen.
I mean, I don't know. Do you think they might have like maps back to the surface down there or something?
Hmm.
I don't know.
You would
I
think.
checked.
You would
By the
think
way, I
that
just
in order
realized
for them,
that I was muted earlier. Anyhow,
you would think that in order for them to actually get around and down here, they would have some kind of map, especially for those of the younger ones who probably get lost.
Yeah.
we could also try skirting around the city and looking for something that goes up.
I mean, I see one big thing that goes up, but I don't want to go into it.
So, since this map is a lot bigger than your vision would allow, I will briefly explain how far you guys can see and what you guys can see. You're able to
mostly
see,
it's just like spiky buildings in the distance, I imagine.
you can see to roughly about here, and you can also see this tower. Now I'm going to describe the tower for you. It appears to be this large stone tower that has been carved into to make a building, and actually goes all the way to what is likely the ceiling as far as you can make out. However, in the very center, suspended between the two pieces, as if it's holding the entire structure together, is a red glowing orb of crackling energy. So there's actually two of these long platforms. There's another one that goes up into the distance like that. If that makes sense.
Do I have any? It does. Do I have any notion of what? Do we have any notion of what this might be? Its thing might be.
You can roll Arcana, but you would be with disadvantage.
May I also roll Arcana with
You may.
disadvantage?
All right.
I'm going
Well.
to try this cause.
Well,
3. Yeah, it's a big scary ball of evil as far as Korax knows.
That's just like
yeah,
a
same with
sun.
The
Chlora.
bouncy ball!
No, it's
Alright.
not.
So, Cicada, you are not quite sure what it is exactly, as you have never seen it before.
Hmm.
However, from what you have been told about the cult by Korax, and your own inner feeling coming off this place, you can tell it's definitely something necromantic. And that while it is holding the tower in place, while it is holding the pillar in place, the pillars would not topple and the place wouldn't come crashing down if the orb wasn't there.
Hmm.
As there's, how to describe it? The towers are actually just two giant stalagmites and stalactites.
Pillars, basically.
Yeah. So while it looks like the orb is keeping it structurally sound, and it is helping to keep it structurally sound, the towers aren't supporting each other. Or the giant cave.
Big support necromancer.
Support as in support beam?
Pillar.
Now, I need
So
you
if
all to
anything
roll perception for me.
Okay.
Right.
11.
3.
And I need you all to roll stealth.
Okay.
Something I'm actually good at.
14.
22.
Okay. So I've got a 14, a 20, 11. Okay.
Laura is too busy admiring the glowy red thing.
So, while Flora and Korax are focused on the orb, Jezebel, you realize that some sort of patrol is starting to head in your direction. It's a drow dressed in, basic armor. It looks to be made of, like, beasts and various creatures that they've likely killed in the area. There's a large spear that he's holding, and he's heading directly in your direction.
Don't suppose there's any alcoves we can, hide in?
It was a long winding path, and there are little alcoves not dotted into the cliffside, like there's a small little alcove here. But in the winding path, there are areas, but they're not exact. They're well lit, if that makes sense.
Okay, so quick decision. Go back to where we came, hide. Or say hi to our new friend coming this way.
Huh?
We have new friends?
Hide.
Patrol. Coming right at us. Let's
Hide.
go.
Right. So,
Hide.
okay. So, Laura, here's the plan. I need you to be absolutely silent.
She's like, but,
Shush! And
then just remains silent. She didn't actually say. She just has the expression of "but," and then just remains silent.
So you all head back and find somewhere to hide?
Yeah. We are not dealing with an entire city of evil drow.
Oh yes.
Alright.
Although we may have.
So,
Like correct thinking. That bizarre. I suppose. I did it a little bit further in. That might be the best place. It's around here to find a map.
so you all head back deeper into the... I don't know why the music stopped. Okay, there we go. Apparently didn't start because I wasn't focused on it like it does. So, you head back and you all find a place to hide out of the light. You hear the footsteps of the drow as he heads into the path and then right past you, looks around briefly, and then turns to begin to head back the way he came.
We let him go.
He goes without any issue, and you're left to the silence.
Okay, now quick question. What? Ashton. Okay, so going up the sneak around. Like sneak into the city to find myself a map. Fuck. What do the Drow use as currency? Like, is it the same? Do they? I mean, like all of Korax's money is like surface currency. Do they take that down here?
That would probably be an intelligence check.
Like history or
Just straight intelligence, I imagine.
Hmm.
Yeah, I have no idea. Like, he's very good at killing the servants of evil. He's not so good at doing business with them.
How about you'll wait here and I'll see if I can sneak over to the bazaar.
Oh, I was actually going to do that. I'd wager I'm better. I'm a little bit better equipped to disguise myself than you are.
And I'm probably better at not being seen than you are as well.
Can you get there within an hour?
I could try. Besides, if this is a city, and I am part of a rogue skill, so I can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I doubt they have a branch down here. No one wants to do business with the Drow.
Alright, well, my food that it was 30 minutes late is finally starting to come. So I will be right back while you guys deliberate on this.
Yeah. I mean, now, I imagine like you saw the bazaar too, right?
Indeed.
Do you think you could get that far within and back within an hour?
Don't know unless I try.
Because if you can, like an hour is how long I can turn you invisible.
Oh, so you're going to be using a spell then?
Yes.
I could also make other Jezebel turn invisible if we take a short rest.
Yes, but I know you can, but it would be best to send only one person down there.
Well, even if I do take a while, I am pretty confident that I can at least try to stick around and run out of the city as quickly as possible.
Yeah, but 1 second out of character while I check some. And disguise self also only lasts an hour. Like, my plan was to disguise myself as a drow. I wouldn't just like go down there and buy a map legitimately, but I don't know if my money will be any good down here.
Money is money. I mean, I'm not as familiar with drows, but do they not take regular gold?
I mean, I have no idea what they take. Like they don't. they don't exactly have a thriving trade with the surface. They mostly go up there to kidnap people.
Worried.
I'll try not
Clara
to
thinks
be.
for a moment. So, do you think it would be possible to use like a double to ask them, and then we just run away and the double just vanishes?
Technically,
I
you all
think
could do
I
that.
would prefer to avoid giving away that we're here at all.
True. But that is an option. Just an option I thought of.
You can
Maybe.
be. I mean, you have the right idea, dear Clara. If we do maybe do get seen, you all could use your doubles to distract whoever's running after us to go down the other way. But
Yeah.
we also got to keep in mind that because they live down here, they probably know these tunnels very well compared to us with our inexperience.
Yes. Again, like I think if they are like, we don't have a lot of advantages right now, and we definitely don't want to fall into their hands.
Clara thinks for a moment. Right. Does the tether glow though?
Does.
And we can only hope that they're dumb and they actually decide to play eeny meeny and go after the fake ones.
Yeah, I don't. They still hurt, though.
This is true.
Well, it seems from the matter that me or Cracks are the ones that want to head down to the city to find a map. So, either I or you go correct, I really don't care, or we rock, paper, scissors for it.
And thing is, if they do take gold, oh, there's the thing. if they do take surface gold, then I would be the better choice because I can just disguise myself, go in, buy a map, go out, no one's the wiser. But if they don't, then then we need to steal a map, and you're better at that.
Would Birdie be eligible in this subject? Though our Birdie implementation is currently getting food.
Well then, dear Craigs, if you'd like to get a shot at it first, then we can always use me as a backup plan.
Yeah.
Would you be able to safely get away if they chased you? Clara asks Corax.
Yes, but here's the thing. Well, maybe, but me being down there would kick a hornet's nest. High elf, you know.
And I trust you to keep your calm while you're down there.
Oh, absolutely. That's not the problem. The problem is, I can keep you invisible for 1 hour, or I can disguise myself for 3 hours.
Hey, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Uh,
Jisbel sighs and leans against the wall. She goes, "Well, decide, because we don't have all day."
Well, now that the DM's back, we wanted to know what Birdie had to say about this.
Okay.
We did.
But
Well,
Clara was mostly asking about the money. If Birdie would know anything about that.
he would simply say, rudimentary civilizations like this typically take a trade-based system.
Clara has a thought. What if you trade them something that's not money?
What have we got to trade them?
Clara starts going through her bag.
Wouldn't have to be big. Wouldn't have to be anything big. Not for something as simple as a map.
I have a bajillion rations.
I have I have this, and she pulls out a small trinket from a completely different culture that she has.
I examine the trinket. What is it?
It is literally just called a trinket from another culture. I haven't really deliberated on that. It's up to the DM's discretion. Probably something from the Cartographers Guild.
I see. Well, you'd have to ask them to find out if it's worth anything.
I do have a hooded lantern. That's quite valuable.
The drow don't really need
for some.
lanterns. Actually, I pull out of the necklace. I made the emerald the emerald I got in the first mission in like Black Rock a cavern. I had it made into a necklace. I pulled that out.
That could work.
Seriously, I know this is completely off topic, but you know how my order was super late?
Yeah.
They've given me an entire thing of chips, some chicken and chips and gravy, my chicken, a giant tub of gravy, a tub of ice cream, and a bottle of Coke.
I take it most of that is not what you ordered.
No. I ordered some chips and a little bit of chicken.
Yeah. They gave you more than you asked for. I guess that's okay.
Talk about an apology.
Anyway, I just wanted to go over that because it was just like, there's so much.
That's a lot of food.
Yes.
Anyway.
But
Anyway, continue.
yeah. So, all right then. And then I, like, looking down at the city, like returning to our like original vantage point. Like, can I get a general idea of like what the Drow's outfits look like?
Well, most of them are in just everyday wear. There's quite a few guards as you are close to the perimeter. You can see all of them are wearing some sort of color scheme that would... I believe the colors for Juraguma were purple and gold?
Purple and dark red.
Purple and
Gold
dark
is only
red.
for rich people.
So, well, most of them aren't wearing like full cloaks of purple, or if they are, they're very simple. All of them typically have some sort of purple and red item of clothing or jewelry piece on them.
All right. So, but more than like I was just. But the point is, like, I can get a good enough feeling to just understand. I now have an idea of what the average drow outfit looks like in this city.
Yeah.
Right?
Most of them wear like clothes of beasts they can find. Like, there's not a lot of like cloth and leather down the steep.
Plenty of spider silk, but okay.
You know what I mean. Well, they would be spider silk, but you know what I mean.
Okay, I'm going to disguise myself as a drow hunter returning from a journey.
Okay. You do
so that is yeah.
Would you like some of my rations in case the trinket doesn't work?
If they don't, if this doesn't work, I seriously doubt a bit of food will. They have plenty of food down here.
Okay.
I mean, otherwise they wouldn't be able to sustain a city. All right, here goes nothing. So I just look like a drow so now basically I look like a drow hunter wearing a weird chitinous hide outfit.
Yep. So
and I just as for my actual features, they're basically the same, but palette swapped to be drow colored.
So,
And
an
I
important
casually
question.
just yeah.
You can understand Drow, correct?
I speak Common, Elvish, and Sylvan. I imagine they'd speak Elvish.
Alright. I'm pretty sure Drow is a language though, but alright.
It's
Undercommon.
Undercommon, that's
well
it.
Undercommon. Yeah, I do not know Undercommon.
Alright. So,
Actually, wait. Does it actually? Sudden point of order. Does anyone here know Undercommon?
Hmm,
Mm-mm.
What is undercommon?
No.
I can comprehend languages,
Can
but
you?
only for myself.
Oh, damn it. That's an issue.
Sorry.
Oh,
I mean, the Drow at least should speak Elvish. I'll wing it.
I'm
sure
starting.
you're
To,
not gonna get caught.
I'm starting to think that there's more. I think I'm starting to think that there's more working against us here than it's worth gunning for.
Yeah, but but if we don't, well, what else would you have us do? Just stumble around in the Underdark, lost in the Underdark until we stumble upon a way up?
Hmm.
I
Wish you luck.
I could try to get Alex's attention and see if he'll guide us out.
oh, like he did the first time you asked him.
I don't look. Maybe he just wasn't in my head that time. All right.
Is he now?
No, what?
No, is he in your head now? No, if you can do this by all means, this is like minimizing the danger is the key here.
Ryu closes his eyes Ryu closes his eyes, concentrates, and thinks. Ryu, can you hear? But Alex, can you hear me?
you get no response, but you do feel a brief shove from behind.
Huh?
Like you stagger forward a step.
Ryu's like, you're not serious.
Huh?
Oh, what did he tell you?
Nothing. He just pushed me.
Huh?
She just rolls her
alright.
eyes and she goes, "Correct, just go."
All right, I go in and I walk through, and I just start walking to the city like I have every right to be there.
Power walk.
Alright.
Yeah.
I gave him
Well,
some
no,
inspiration. to
nothing. I do. Yeah, I noticed. I have taken it. I am sure it'll come
Okay.
in handy. But I am not power walking. I am just like walking real casually. I am not about to draw attention to myself right now.
Can I speak now?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, as you head out from the pass, the guard that has been patrolling the area briefly approaches you and stops you before you get further into the city. They begin to speak in Undercommon.
And I say in Elvish, a hunter returning to resupply.
Roll me a persuasion check.
I am good at those.
Don't
say
jinx
that.
it. Don't
I
jinx
know
it.
you keep
I
saying
know
that.
I know I shouldn't have said it, but
18.
Good thing you didn't have disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. I mean, if I did, like, am I within sight of the city?
Well, you didn't have disadvantage, so it doesn't matter. Regardless,
Yeah.
the guard regards you for a moment, notices your lack of food, and just gives a snort and waves you on. Like, he's clearly looking down at you.
Well, yeah. I mean, I did disguise myself as a male drow, so yeah, kind of at the bottom of society here.
Plus, you returned without any actual food or anything, so...
Well, yeah, because resupply.
Anyway, you make your way through the city, passing drow. You see a father pushing a child on the swing made of You notice as you walk past that the rope and most things are made of spider silk. And stop yourself right there for a moment, please. You see a family going about their day. People at the picnic. Some folk quietly discussing things as they get their mail. And then, as you make it to Orpheus Way, you glance to the left and you see, just at the very edge of your vision, 8 giant glowing eyes up a large stairway. Since it's at the edge of your vision and they don't have a lot of light, like, they're drow, they don't really need light, so the only time they really have, like, they have a couple of lanterns, but that's mostly just so they can see color in certain situations, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, fortunately, I am a shadow elf, so I don't really need light either.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, you can't really make out much more from that distance, but no one stops you. You're able to walk through the city.
Yeah, like, I make no move to investigate. I am not here to kick the hornet's nest.
You make
I
it
enter the
to
bazaar.
You make it to the bazaar. You see drow peddling their weapons.
Yeah.
Couple of people
Okay.
selling parchment.
Do I find anyone selling a map?
That would be a perception.
Great.
You have not leveled up yet, Glory. You haven't done anything to earn it yet.
Okay, just checking.
$14?
It takes you a little bit of time. Roughly, you're about 30-45 minutes into your spell. And
Yeah,
you do
like, I'm gonna need to find somewhere private to renew that.
you do indeed find a person selling maps. A
Okay,
smaller drow woman with a piercing blue-eyed gaze that is watching you with a look of skepticism.
and and right. By the way, just like from what I spotted around the bazaar, like, can I tell if they take a regular money, or like, is it just by barter?
It's by barter, though you do notice most of the trade seems to be like components, like a couple of skulls. You know, there's blood and there's jewelry being sold that is purple and red, and you know, there's food being sold, of course, and like, you know, goods are being exchanged more than anything else.
Right. So I'm going to say, you know, Elvish, excuse me, excuse me, do you have general maps of the region?
Roll me another persuasion check.
Okay, Okay, as I do this, I'm gonna proc channel divinity, emissary piece, just to give myself that emergency bonus as I do this,
Okay.
because I need 20.
Alright. The drow woman continues to look at you skeptically as she says, in Elvish, "You're not from around these parts, are you, Outlander?"
No, I am from one of the enclaves to the south.
Sure, sure. What do you have to trade?
I hold out the emerald necklace.
She looks it over and then says, "Alright, here's a map of the city and here's the map of the connecting tunnel system. There's places to get to above ground on it. I suggest you head up there before someone notices."
And Spider Queen, Spider Queen, watch over you. I give a slight bow.
Right. And Spider Queen watch over you too. Before you go, she grabs your arm and pulls you close and then says, "What's your name?"
and okay, freeze time. He actually would have come up with one, and on the way down, but I did not. So give me a moment.
Isn't there like a name generator somewhere online?
I've got something even faster. Okay, and okay, that's not faster, but give me one moment.
You don't need to have an actual name. You just need to say, "I use a fake name," just for now.
And yeah, but Bareth.
Okay. She will slip a piece of paper into your pocket and then say, "Well, Bareth, when you do get above ground, read that note, but no sooner." And then she releases you.
I nod, and then I find myself. I find myself like, do they have any like restrooms in the immediate area?
Well, they have a couple. It is a bazaar.
Okay, good. I'm gonna just like duck into one, and just to like renew the disguise.
All right. You do
Okay,
so.
so that's yep, that's another spell slot gone. Damn! I accidentally misclicked and logged out of roll 20. One moment.
Whoops.
Regardless, I assume you head back to the others now.
Yes, I do.
All right. So while you're logging back in, everyone else, at roughly an hour and 15 minutes later, you all see a drow heading up the stairs. That isn't the guard, and you do indeed recognize him, though he is looking rather blue compared to usual.
Huh?
It is Korax, basically. He's returned. Still disguised.
Oh, thank the gods you're still alive.
Well
Mm-mm.
done.
Got what we need. I think the merchant might have caught on, but she didn't raise a fuss about it.
Well,
Really
let's get the
now?
hell out of here before she does.
Huh.
Indeed.
Okay, real quick. Would this have counted as a short rest?
Sure.
Okay, so I have all my spell slots back. Yay!
An hour is a short rest, so yes, you all had a short rest.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Time to go.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got a map of the city that might be useful for later, and I've also got maps of the surrounding tunnels.
Good.
Oh,
Then we can
those-
get out of here.
May
Okay.
I?
Yeah, like
May-
so we move a little bit ways back, like this tunnel, and then we just open. Has anyone got a light? Jezebel, you got that lantern. Light it.
How about we go a little bit more further back to where we came from before we turn on any lights? Hmm?
Yes, yes.
And not only that,
Yes.
but I want to recommend we let an actual professional read the map.
I was gonna say turn on the lights so we could all read the map.
Let's
Personally,
go.
I trust Cicada more since she is, after all, a cartographer. If you all
Cicada,
forgotten.
Cicada, can you see in the dark?
Yes.
Oh,
See?
well,
So let's go. I just start marching down the tunnel.
So, you all look at the map and you're able to see and make out the large and expansive city before you. And in fact, you're able to see what appears to be a giant spider depicted on the map. Arachnith.
I think I made. Yes, I think I made. I think I made it. I think I saw it earlier. Just its eyes.
The other map you got, the map of the tunnels, with Cicada's expert cartography skills, she is able to quickly work out where you guys are on the map and trace through another path to get above ground.
Yeah, I do have proficiency in cartographer's tools, so.
That is good. Will it lead? And it won't lead through the city, right?
There are paths that lead you to the above ground faster that go through the city, but there is one that won't require you to go through the city.
Let's go with that one, assuming it hasn't been blocked off.
Long way.
And you know, well, you know what's longer? You know what's as longer than in a detour? Being caught by drow.
So, you all follow the path that Cicada has found?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, why wouldn't we? I trust her.
I am the map maker here, so.
You all head down the path. Only sound your quiet footsteps. Tap,
Weapons are drawn.
tap, tap, tap. Hour after hour. Do you still remain alert during this entire time, Corax?
I imagine Edge and Ryu and I kind of take it in shifts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Because I'm not
If not, it's a one guard to the front, one guard to the back formation.
you all continue the long march, only resting when you begin to feel tired. Taking shifts and keeping an eye out. You're not really sure how long you've been underground. Could have been a day, could have been a week.
Do you think
But
the horses are
eventually-
okay?
Slowly but surely, you begin to see the cave slope upwards. And then it begins to light. So subtly at first. And then you begin to see the light. So bright, so white, almost blinding after the days of darkness. But you eventually emerge, not at the cave that you descended from, but a little further away, still coming out of the rockery.
Ah,
You are
fresh air,
now-
finally.
Ugh.
Glorious light!
So that map, that map was legit for ever since Korax said the merchant caught on. I thought we were walking into a trap.
If we had been, I would have gone back to take that necklace back.
And y'all had doubts.
I never doubted Cicada. I doubted her information.
Well, we made it out, and we didn't need no God's help to get us out. So I'm satisfied.
Right. On that note, and I'm gonna pull the note out of my pocket and start reading it.
It
Now-
simply
now
says.
that I know-
So you read it, and it is written in Elvish, naturally. And it simply says. How do I want to word this?
Nah.
Well, she would have had
Those
to
are
be
interesting words for a note.
She would have had to be careful because of the.
Yep, and pretty fast, given that she
Okay.
was like able to give it to me within that span.
She has written, the supplies are en route. And she's put supplies in air quotes.
Huh?
What you
Odd.
got?
Well, she gave me this. Said she gave me this. Said to read it when. Well, the merchant gave me this. It said to read it when I got up.
What's it say?
The supplies are en route. I have no idea what that means.
What route?
I don't know. I have
En
no
route,
context here.
ENRUTE.
Yeah.
Yeah,
En
I mean,
route.
he knows what that means, but he's saying what do they mean by route? Is it like a one-way a road out of the cave with canyons flanking us from both sides, or what?
I don't know. I specifically remember that at this drow was a shorter woman with piercing blue eyes. Does that strike Korax as unusual in any way?
Well, yeah.
For a drow?
Most drow have, black eyes or that very deep, purple.
Yeah, like they have like they have red eyes or they have red eyes or very muddy purple eyes.
Yeah. Like, blue is very uncommon.
Was something interesting about this merchant?
I mean, she had blue eyes, which is pretty uncommon for a drow. I don't know if it means anything.
Maybe it means she isn't some crazed fanatic ready to raise the arm at the sight of an intruder.
Well, I mean, most of them were just as people. Oh, it's the ones in charge down there that are the maniacs.
Hmm.
May I see the note?
Mm.
It's in Elvish. You probably can't read it.
Nope. But I'm curious.
Jezebel,
I hand her the note.
roll me an intelligence check with advantage, Jezebel.
Yeah, I mean, you do know. I mean, I did tell you what it says, so that does help a bit.
Jezebel, while you can't read the note, you do know what this means.
I knew it. Out of character. I knew it.
Oh no, thieves can't. Here we go.
Exactly. I knew it. Thieves can't.
Rather, most commonly, supplies in air quotes typically means something living.
Huh?
As in, typically, the supplies means
Mhm.
slaves.
Yep. I
Oh.
knew it. Jezebel looks over the note. She looks over it very carefully, and then you just see her give a big smirk. Ah. And then she'll hand the note back to Corax, and she'll smirk at him and says, "Seems we got our clue to where your missing drow could be."
Missing elves.
Elves, excuse me.
Okay, but en route to where? I don't suppose you were able to divine that.
From this note so far? No. But if you go to another city, I can ask my fellow rogues.
Where even are we right now, anyway?
Well,
This
here's the thing. Remember, you got this note in a city. En route. I'm only telling you this because Jezebel did roll a 17. It is likely en route to that city you just left.
To that city. Okay.
Okay, so they're expecting a shipment of slaves, then.
Indeed.
Not much.
So more than likely, as much as we enjoy this fresh air, we're probably gonna have to go back down later.
Yeah, but like, I'm willing to infiltrate a pleasure cult, but an entire city, we wouldn't even know where to start looking at this point.
Are
Well,
the horses okay?
You did get this map that we have here.
That is true.
The map you
So-
got, by the way, well, most of it is centered around the rockery. It does list other locations vaguely as having entrances to the Underdark. Entrances you, Corax, aren't even aware of. For example,
I wasn't aware of.
yeah. For example, there's an entrance near the Great Elf City.
The fuck?
There's an entrance in the Keshak Ruins.
Oh, that is actually unsurprising.
There's an entrance in Landrak. And the closest one that isn't the rockery. There is one in Eternia,
Which is where we're headed.
and there is one in Menos.
Wait. Elnate went to Menos. Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So, continue to Eternia or cut over to Menos.
I'm going to Menos. I'm not leaving Elnath there alone if there's any chance the drow could show up.
Now, I should mention this, that the entrances aren't directly in the city, they're just nearby. Like, say, a day or so from it, if you know what I mean.
Still a perfect staging point for a raid.
The thing is, though, that they're not the only entrances. So how do we know for sure they're actually going to any one of these places? So no need to get worried or rush. She looks at Ryu. Let's think about this calmly and see what we can find out. Because if we still want to save these people, our best bet is to stay close to the city itself.
But there's not we can't investigate every road out into the Underdark on our own and checking them one at a time would take too long.
Which is why we know where the entrance is, do we not? We'll stay close to the city. More than likely, we are going to hear a commotion about a bunch of slaves coming to the city. It will not be very hard to miss.
I think she means a bunch of people being kidnapped.
You're going to have, of course, elves that, of course, are going to be very upset, and they stand out from all the drow. So I'm pretty sure we can spot them easily. We just have to be close to the city.
Yes. Of course. What's our plan to break them out?
Well, caves can be very dangerous. Especially if with a little shake or so, couple rocks could fall.
That's true. If only we knew if only we knew exactly what route they were taking, and maybe we could intercept them.
Well, you did meet someone very interesting in the city with striking blue eyes I would love to see. Maybe we should go back and say hi again.
What about the horses?
We'll leave more food for them. Tell me, Jezebel, how do you feel about disguising yourself as a drow?
Unlike some people, I don't really mind, as long as I don't get seen.
Well, you're going to have to get seen. You're going to have to. And maybe you could get her. DM. Was there anything else besides drow down there?
I mean, there was the usual, Duragar, that sort of thing.
Deep gnomes.
What are the
Probably an
chances
Eder
that-
cap or two.
What are the chances that a tiefling would be able to just be unobtrusive down there?
I mean, they'd be pretty rare, but they wouldn't be out of place either.
Now, to be fair, just so that she puts her hands up, I am a hunter after all. And as I've heard, they probably would want some food. So, what if I bring a little peace offering? Wouldn't need to disguise myself now, would I?
Okay. No, I'd probably need to get you some more underdarky hunter's clothes.
Cicada, have you been looking
Yep.
at the map while they've been discussing this?
Yes.
Alright, I need you to roll me, just use your cartographer's tools.
Okay. Which is what attribute do I put this at?
It'd be your highest attribute.
That would be charisma.
Then yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've been looking at it, and there's a bunch of paths that go from both Atonia and Menos. You're not too certain, but if you were given a little time, you might be able to work out the fastest route from those cities to the Underdark City. Anyway,
Maybe
go on.
I need to study this more.
Oh, do you think maybe you can find the route they're going to take?
Perhaps. We should find Ren again. For now. Probably very worried about us.
Wait, find who?
Ren.
Ah, indeed. I need to go get that fluffy tail.
So, as a reminder to you guys, when you left, they were packing up, yes?
Yeah, they were.
And you have no idea how much time has passed.
So they may not be
We
there
haven't got the
anymore.
slightest clue, no.
Nope.
Just a reminder.
Or at least get the horses.
Mm-hmm.
So, you make your way around the rockery and eventually find the area that you will park the horses. Of course, a certain horse has wandered quite a ways away by now, while the other horse is still rather strapped up. The horse that broke out, is trotting around, not too eager to be chained back up, and is being a little
A brat.
yeah, he's been a brat.
I hold out an apple.
He's no longer being a brat.
Horses love apples.
Like treats.
Yeah.
Regardless, while they do look a little hungry, a few apples and they're pretty content. And if you go to examine the cave that you found the fracture in, it is indeed completely empty. They've cleared out.
Huh.
And so, options. Go back to the city, wait, or try to find and figure out and guess which route they're going to take.
I think we should head to Menos.
Huh.
I understand where you want to go to Menos, but why you, dear Clara?
We can keep a lookout for people trying to abduct people.
Yes, but what if they go to Eternia or one of the other cities?
I'm still reading the map.
Eternia and Menos are the two that are most near, and I don't think they'd be mad enough to try. I mean, one of these big cities, I don't think they'd be mad enough to try a raid in there. They'd bring armies down on their heads.
Alright, so it seems everybody's set on either Eternia or Menos. You got two for Menos. I'd go for whatever.
I can't believe I'm suggesting this, but do you think splitting the party might be a good idea? Just just for surveillance?
We can't.
I have an idea. And I'm gonna go outside the cave for a moment, and I'm going to cast a new spell called Elevated Sight.
Can you see one town from another that way?
From 120 feet above in the sky, probably.
Okay, but there's several days travel between Eternia and Menos.
You can probably make out buildings, or at least the buildings from Eternia. If I'm up on a high vantage point, like the rockery.
I mean, 120 feet isn't that high up. Like,
Yeah, that's like a
planes are
that's
like,
like
several 100,000 feet in the air.
Yeah. Oof.
I do say you
Well-
get a good view of the area, and you're able to see quite a bunch of caves. Like, you can see why the rockery is considered an entrance to the Underdark, because there's so many caves. They likely all connect at some point.
Do I see any activity off in this direction?
Nope,
In the direction of Eternia?
you do not.
No activity. Okay. Anything over from where I would imagine Menos would be?
Nope.
Okay, so nothing.
I will say this. Give me another cartography check.
Okay. Hopefully this is a better one. Eh.
It takes you another hour, but you do eventually find the best path from Eternia to the Underdark city, and the same for Menos. And you find that both Menos and Eternia have their best paths slow there. Basically both Eternia and Menos have their fastest path converge at one point and then become a single path. Like roughly
Mm.
about here-ish, I'll say.
Right in the middle there.
Then we've got our closest. Then we've got at our most likely location. But it is kind of a guess, a gamble.
Yeah.
I'm going to be right back really quick. I've got to put something in the fridge.
Okay.
Feel free to discuss.
Resupply at Eternia and then go into that path and hope to intercept them.
It seems
Sure.
Seems like all we really can do, since we don't really know for sure which route they're taking. I still want to see those pretty blue eyes, though.
Maybe
Well-
next time.
Isabel, there are plenty of pretty blue eyes in the world in cities that is where surfacers won't be arrested on sight.
Yes, but these are in a drow city, and drows don't usually have blue eyes. So this is kind of rare. I like rare things.
I mean,
I've noticed.
Triarcrania, they're a little bit. Blue eyes are a little bit more common there, I understand, and then at least they'll ask for your consent before are performing in crazy experiments on you most of the time.
You're not listening to me, Durkrax. I said they're rare. Common is boring. But fine. I can wait. So, going to Eternia, I mean, if we're lucky, maybe we may accidentally stumble upon them.
Maybe. We're just still waiting on the DM to return.
I'm sorry, I just got back.
Okay. I think we just finished talking, so we're headed to Eternia next.
Alright.
And if we're lucky or unlucky, depending on how you view it, we might run into them on the way.
Alright, give me a second to get the map set up for you. Ah! My ear, it's so itchy. Bye. Bye. Okay.
Ah,
Are you heading above ground or underground?
that is a good question.
If you go up underground, you cannot take the horses.
Ah.
No, but it'll be quicker.
Heading to a turn. I mean, is there a straight way to the Eternia and Menos routes from here in the Underdark, or like would we have to go through the city?
You don't have to go through the city. Like, the city isn't the center of the map. It's just a convergence point. Like, there's plenty of paths that go around because cave-ins happen, you know?
I think we need. So, well, we need to get to the convergence point as fast as possible if we want to intercept them. So I say you just go straight back underground now.
Oh.
In
know.
the dark we go.
I know it's not fun, Cicada, but we've got to do it.
Alright. So, it will be... Okay. Let me add that to the thing.
What about the horses?
Cora thinks for us as well. The horses are technically faster, aren't they? Even though the underground route might be shorter, it might be faster to get to Eternia.
So, for context...
It will
above
almost certainly
or
not
below...
be.
Yeah.
Korax is voting below ground.
The below ground route will take twice as long, but that way, if they are going below ground, you will meet them. You will catch them.
Yeah, but the entire point of this is to catch them.
Okay,
I'm just explaining it to Chloe.
fair enough.
So you head
What about-
underground?
What about the horses?
we leave them with more supplies and and, and okay. Wait, is Jezebel's chef friend still with him?
I got an idea. I look over to my fragmented half, who should still be with us, isn't she?
Yeah, she's just been watching all of this.
I walk over to her and I go, "Would you be a dare and take the horses over to Eternia while we go underground?"
Oh, sure, of course. But if you happen to find one of those portal fragment things, could you not
You'll be the
close it?
first to know.
Thank you so much. I'd like to go home. All right, I'll take the
Oh
horses
yes,
over.
of course.
Goodbye.
Because I also have some questions for you later, so we'll meet in Eternia, right?
Of course.
Safe travels and take care of the horses. Here's all the food for them.
You won't get rid of me that easily. And so
No,
Good.
no, he won't.
she takes the wagon and begins to head on her way. Now, be aware
And
that
and a
most
lot
of
of
your
apples.
be aware that most of your supplies are on the wagon. So,
Right.
And well, we've got the apples, so we've got the main thing.
those of you who are are you sure you're not leaving them with the horses? Okay.
The bag that produces the apples. No, like
Okay.
we're holding on to that.
So, just be aware that encumbrance will matter. So, if you want to leave something on the wagon, what you do is you go to your character. For example, I'm going to go to Clara's character sheet. And let's say she leaves the 634 modest rations. There's a button that you see when you hover over it, a small dot. It'll be next to the weight. And when you click it, you can say whether it's equipped or not. And if you
Yeah.
deselect equip, then it will no longer weigh in your inventory.
A little check mark. Yeah.
For example, if we say the rations weigh once. Well, okay, that didn't work, but
Yeah, it doesn't change the weight. It just changes whether you can use it when applicable.
yeah.
I just list whatever stuff I have stored on the cart in the bio.
Yeah, just
Okay.
just make a list of what you're leaving on the cart and put it in your bio.
Yeah.
Keep track of it because you have to carry that stuff. So if you're over encumbered, you're over encumbered.
I'm good.
I'm nowhere near over encumbered as yet, so I'm good.
Like for
I pack
example,
light.
you should be encumbered, Laura, but you've not put that the rations weigh anything.
Oh,
Yeah, rations are actually fairly heavy.
Yeah.
oh.
You should be hundreds of pounds overweight.
Yeah, 722 apparently.
Okay,
if the
fair
rations
enough.
weigh one.
Oh.
You guys forget
But-
that I have a bag of holding.
Oh, one other thing. Have we had a long rest?
Do you wish to take a long rest?
Just on the journey.
Oh yes, you would have had a long rest along the journey because it was 2 days to the surface, so...
Okay, I have my spell slots and everything back then. That's good.
So
Okay.
yeah.
My bad. I thought modest rations were 0.
No, everything has a weight.
Okay. I
Yeah.
will be moving my modest rations to.
So like just put it over here or
Did-
something what you've got on you. Like
you,
what
you've
you're
just got
leaving
this
on the cart.
You've just got this enormous box of stale crackers that you've just been hauling around.
Modest rations are like jerky, so it's just beef jerky.
Okay.
Like beef jerky,
Okay,
bread.
I'm gonna
So?
put my hempen rope back. I'm gonna put my hempen rope back in my main inventory actually because I had it on the cart, but some rope might come in handy underground.
Alright. So you're all going to head underground and start to head towards Eternia?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's going to suck for Cicada, but she still wants to stick with Jezebel.
Alright.
Actually, I am gonna leave the medallion of the sun on the cart, though.
Okay.
Just keep that safe.
Yes, because nothing is safer than Jezebel.
Hey, I am
al-
a rogue.
Hey,
I will
and
think
al-
about somebody to stab a bitch.
An alternate version of Jezebel, no doubt.
hey! It's precisely because it's her. That medallion is way too interesting for her to let anyone steal it.
Anyway, you all bid farewell to the sun one more time, and you begin to head down.
Oh.
Takeda taking the lead as she's the one with the map. Is there anything you guys would like to do before we wrap this session up?
I was going to do something, but that doesn't work very well if we're not on the cart, so no.
I think we're good.
And I don't think my fellow companions want me to be doing any singing while we're going through the caves.
It's pretty
What?
echoey in there.
Yeah, we remember, Clara. This is supposed to be a stealth mission.
Yeah, that's why she's not playing music.
He's saying that out of
Just
character,
making
Corax.
Just making sure she understands the concept.
So,
So she's playing loud air guitar that sounds like nothing.
I'm going to shoot her, I swear.
you all head on your way down and down and down, following the path slowly but surely, passing rivers, hiding when there's a rumble. Meanwhile, above ground, the fragment of Jezebel takes the cart slowly towards Eternia, arriving well before you all do, in exactly half the time. Actually, a little under half, because caves are windy, so it wouldn't exactly be a direct route for you guys. Regardless, she procures a room to stay at and gets the horses somewhere to sleep in a stable. And she examines the town, looking around at the bright smiles and chipper faces and a large fountain in the center of the town. People are all so happy, so cheerful, always smiling brightly, happy to be alive. She hears rumors, talks of people praising their glorious fountain, the Eternia fountain that allows them to live forever as long as they take a sip of it every single day. And that is where we're going to end this session. So, would you guys drink out of a fountain if it meant you
Nah.
lived forever, but you had to drink out of it every single day?
That's
Nah.
pointless.
I'd have it thoroughly analyzed by a chemist before I made any decisions on the matter.
Well, I hope you all had fun with today's session.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you all next time. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.